Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Motordrome Speedway. As this evening, we kick off the 2008 NASCAR Whelen All-American Series with 5 division racing action. At this time, we ask that each and every one of you please rise up from your seats. Gentlemen, remove your caps. If you are moving around the Speedway grounds, please pause with us for a moment as we bring you tonight's opening ceremonies. Joining us here on the front straightaway for tonight's Invocation, track photographer Howie Bayless, and here to sing our national anthem, Melissa Grimm. Before we move into opening ceremonies, ladies and gentlemen, the new promoter of the Motordrome Speedway for 2008, Mr. Stan Lasky, joins us on the front straightaway this evening as we get set to kick off 2008 in the NASCAR Whelen All-American Series. We turn the microphone over to Howie Bayless for tonight's Invocation.
Thank you. Please bow your heads. Lord, as we thank you for all that we have, we're here to enjoy ourselves. We also pray that we have a safe evening for the drivers, the crews, and the fans. May it be as enjoyable as it is safe, and everybody go home and have a great week. Amen.
And now to sing our national anthem, Melissa Grimm.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Melissa Grimm, Howie Bayless, and Stan Lasky as we get set to go racing for the first time in 2008. Coming up first, it will be the Subway Street Stock Division. Four is Bill Henry, 77, Rich Burbage. The 3 is Teddy Gabala. Manganello, who drops 2 wheels to the inside grass in turns 1 and 2, and the 2008 racing season at Motordrome Speedway is underway. Jeff Zellweger in car 18 from Allison Park, Pennsylvania, leading lap number 1 with Jamie Shipley close in tow. Zellweger in car 18. Out in front last season was his first full year of street stock competition at Motordrome, trading paint for the 2nd spot. Shipley in the 68. He carries the 64 car of Bill Henry very high on the racetrack to defend the runner-up position. Henry had to back off the throttle coming down the front straight. That opens the door for division rookie Aaron Minjok in car 34 to make a run on the 3rd position. They are door-to-door now. Henry, a feature winner last year in 64, and Minjok, one of the dominators of last year's Charger competition. As a street stock rookie on lap number 3 of 8, those 2 drivers fight for 3rd, and Shipley loses the handle briefly in car 68 while riding in 2nd position. Bill Henry in car 64 takes advantage to move to the runner-up spot. At the signal of crossed flags indicating halfway, it's been all Jeff Zellweger up front. And now Bill Henry diving to the inside, a quick lane change in turn number 2, and we've got a door-to-door battle for the lead just past the halfway point of Subway Street Stock Heat Race number 1. Bill Henry from Vandergrift, Pennsylvania, the new leader. Zellweger hanging on to second, and a 3-car fight on lap number 5 for third position. The 50 of Tony Manganello from Clairton closing in quickly on the now loose handling 68 of Shipley. 34 of Minjok, the division rookie, making his first start tonight in a Subway street stock, hanging on to a top 5 position. Only 2 laps remaining in this first heat race. Bill Henry in car 64, one of the popular veteran drivers in this division, out in front. Last season, he won the biggest event of the season for the Subway street stocks. Out in front, taking the white flag, indicating final lap. Battle on the speedway is now for 4th. Minjok trying to make a pass of the 68 of Shipley. Minjok last season, a multiple feature winner in the Charger division, moving up on the NASCAR ladder to the Subway street stocks, taking 4th spot away from Shipley with Teddy Gabala in the 3-car right there. Checkered flag waves meanwhile for the 64 of Bill Henry, the first heat race winner of the season. 24 is Jason Holder from Stoystown. And the 57 is younger brother of the pole sitter, Andrew Kostelnik from North Braddock. Green flag is out, 8 laps the distance for the Subway street stocks. Three cars battling up front. Kostelnik in the 05, the leading feature winner of last season. And the 15 of Heilman. Door to door with Joe Nicola sneaking to the inside, nearly 3 wide on lap 1 of the second heat race. Joe Nicola in car 69, the lone Ford-powered car in this field, moving to the inside of the Monte Carlo of Adam Kostelnik, the defending champion. Meanwhile, Andrew Kostelnik is well off the pace and pulling pit side. Now Jonathan Heilman moves to the inside of Kostelnik. Jason Holder in car 74 on lap 2 of 8 is the next driver to challenge the defending champion, as Kostelnik from the pole position falling back into 4th. His second career Subway Street Stock Championship in 2007 was accompanied by the most feature wins of anybody else in the division. Second to Kostelnik in the 05 last year in the feature win column was current leader Joe Nicola in car 69. Jonathan Heilman second on the speedway, seeking a career first feature win. Then Jason Holder in the 74, very close to the 15 car in the battle for second, halfway home, 4 laps down, 4 to go, the signal given by starter Denny Carson. Challenge for the runner-up spot into turn number 3 as Jason Holder moved to the inside of Jonathan Heilman. Joe Nicola with about a 6 or 7 car length lead now. Working lap number 5 of 8. Joe Nicola, Jonathan Heilman, Jason Holder, the top 3. Had a practice crash earlier tonight as the Subway street stock number 31, one of the top competitors from last season, Sean Phillips, crashed and loaded up for the evening. He will be back next week. Tough break for the driver from Waynesburg, Pennsylvania, who was a championship threat throughout the first half of 2007. He got into the wall in turn 4 in some track dry material that was put down. But on the speedway, Joe Nicola in car 69 sees the white flag indicating final lap over Heilman, Holder, Kostelnik, and Knight Sr. in 76. Adam Kostelnik in 4th on the speedway, the Subway street stock champion, was also the Lincoln Welders modified champion. We'll see him do double duty tonight later on in his modified, but taking the checkered flag in car 69, Joe Nicola. Laps the distance for the open-wheeled modifieds. Heat race number 1. Green flag is out. Young Tom Frank and Matt Penaya lead him to the green. Harry Ofer in the 01 car Last year, the winner of the biggest event of the season. And look at 3 wide. Matt Panaya gets collected after contact from Tom Knight Jr. And Jim Nicola in the 5, able to sneak away after light contact with the spinning 32 of Panaya. Caution flag out. Tom Frank, Harry Ofer, the front row now. Lonnie Hoffman, Mike Opolinski in row 2. There's the green flag. Side by side in the battle for second on lap 1. As Opolinski falls back in the field, it's Lonnie Hoffman in the Al Civic owned 58 and Harry Ofer in the 01. Single file now as they reach the scoring line to complete lap number 1. Ofer in car 01 with a new teammate this year in the form of dirt track convert Pete Reck. I asked that team earlier, who has the good stuff? And Harry Ofer said, I've got the same car, but it's better than the new stuff Pete Reck's driving. Smoke from the 66 of Mike Opolinski out of turn 4. Down the front straight, something leaking from the engine compartment of the 66 car. With 2 of 8 laps completed, we will be showing the black flag to Opolinski. Keep him from dumping any fluids onto the speedway in that 66 car. Tom Frank continues to lead, the young Ohio driver out in front. Last season, Tom Frank took a career first checkered flag in a preliminary heat race and looking to equal that performance here on opening night 08 as he holds off the veteran Harry Ofer and Lonnie Hoffman in third. Halfway, the signal given to the field, 4 laps down, 4 to go. Opolinski's 66 car, the smoke is diminishing, but we still need him to report pit side as the black flag was displayed again. Up front, Harry Ofer close enough to reach out and grab the back bumper of young Tom Frank out in front. Down the back straight with Lonnie Hoffman all by himself in third. The best battle on the speedway is for the lead. Harry Ofer tried to secure the low line last time by, and with 2 laps to go, less than a car length, separate the young Ohio driver up front from the veteran in second, the 01 of Harry Ofer, the winner last season, while Tom Frank seeks his first career feature victory. White flag displayed, signaling final lap. And now Ofer switches to the high side in turn number 1. He loses about another half a car length. Let's see if he tries the low or the high side in 3 and 4. Tucks in right behind. That means another heat race victory for young Tom Frank from Concord, Ohio in car number 6. Champion in the 04 is Bobby Shipp. Pete Reck driving the black Harry Ofer team car. Number 81 as the green flag waves. Car number 18 not quite up to speed. We don't have a driver's name for the 18 car. As the field heads into turn numbers 3 and 4, Gary Scott, the early leader, over Adam Kostelnik. Both of those drivers went to victory lane on multiple occasions in 2007. In third spot, Chris Brink feeling the pressure of George Nicola in the 97, wheel to wheel down the back straight in the fight for third. Nicola to the inside and takes the spot away from Brink as the field passes by the underpowered 18 car. Working lap 2 of 8, look at George Nicola storming through the field. He just took third from the 0 of Chris Brink. And now Nicola challenges defending champion Adam Kostelnik. Light rear bumper contact made as Kostelnik backed off the hammer just a little bit entering turn number 3, allowing Gary Scott to open up a big lead here on lap 3 of 8. Nicola swings the 97 to the outside lane. All 3 drivers at the front of this field were the leading feature winners in 2007. Wheel to wheel, Nicola and Kostelnik now down the front straight. Very close racing in the open wheeled modifieds with 4 laps completed of 8. George Nicola now with a wheel out in front of Kostelnik on the back straight. Still fighting tooth and nail for the runner-up spot, Adam Kostelnik in the Viglione number 60. And George Nicola in the 97 car. Nicola, also a former street stock champion, as is Kostelnik. And Chris Brink reels in that duo once again as Gary Scott checks out with the lead. Irwin, Pennsylvania veteran Gary Scott with just about a straightaway advantage over the battle of Kostelnik and Nicola. Battle for second settles down momentarily with Chris Brink joining the fray as a three-car fight. The white flag is out for Gary Scott. In 2007, Gary Scott's season came abruptly to an end with a vicious crash that destroyed his race car. He only ran about half a season with us, but still found victory lane last year. And out of turn number 4, taking the checkered flag, Gary Scott will win heat race number 2 for the open wheel modifieds. That is Mike Zomber from Hunker. 10 laps the distance for the Pizza Hut NASCAR Super Late Models. Green flag is out. Tommy Beck in car 60 grabs the lead from Bo Glemba in the 78. Glemba side by side with defending track champion Bobby Henry down the back straight. Just behind them, Dan Lewis in the 8 and Richard Mitchell door to door. Bo Glemba in the Hemp Hill Racing entry number 78, trying to fend off the advances of Bobby Henry, and Henry taking the Palagrudo racing machine into the second position by inches officially at the scoring line on lap number 2. He had the bumper out in front of Glemba, but Glemba battles back on the back straight, a new engine under the hood for the Hemp Hill Racing team. And Glemba, who made only a few starts in this car last season, a full graduate of the modifieds now and competing full-time in the late models. With 3 laps of 10 completed, Glemba holds off Henry. And just behind them, Richard Mitchell in car number 22, pulling to the outside to pass Dan Lewis in car 8. Still door-to-door for second, Glemba and Henry. Already the beautiful new sheet metal on the 78 car, sporting the tire donut as a result of close racing with the defending champion. Into turn 3, Henry completes the pass while Tommy Beck holds a straightaway lead on the field at the halfway point. 5 laps down, 5 to go. The drivers in first and second on the Speedway at this time, both winners of 100-lap feature events last season and made multiple trips to victory lane. Here comes Mitchell on the outside of Bo Glemba. The Howard Concrete Pumping Chevrolet number 22 on lap 6, taking away the 3rd spot from Bo Glemba, nearly a rookie in the division. Bobby Henry's teammate, the 95 of Gary Wiltrout, now to the outside of Glemba. The Palagrudo Motorsports team surrounding Richard Mitchell and Bo Glemba on the Speedway, working lap number 7 of 10. Tommy Beck out in front in car 60, racing for a championship this season, and the Benz Motorsports team. So many feature wins last season, but some electrical problems earlier in the year kept them from scoring a tremendous number of points. And on lap number 8, Mitchell in sole possession of 3rd now. Wiltrout advances to 4th, and 2 former track champions duking it out for 2nd with the wave of the white flag for the 60 of Tommy Beck. Final time around the Speedway in the first Pizza Hut NASCAR Super Late Model Heat Race of 2008. Out of turn number 4, Tommy Beck will take the checkered flag. Defending champion Bobby Henry hangs on to 2nd over Richard Mitchell, Gary Wiltrout, Bo Glemba, and Dan Lewis. Mark Poole and Paul Urso on the front row. Green flag is out. 10 laps for the NASCAR Pizza Hut Super Late Models. Mark Poole, the veteran driver who's retired on a couple of occasions only to return to competition. Driver from 84 Pennsylvania out in front of Paul Urso from Glenshaw. Side by side, the rookie Nathan Russell and Todd Price, the veteran, in car 15. Price, who competed in the truck division here at Motordrome, then in the limited late model division at Jennerstown Speedway, before joining the super late model ranks last season, driving the Hicks Office Plus Ford for the Mans family. Challenge for second look at Todd Price, diving to the inside of the 37 of Paul Urso, the D&D Office Plus Ford. My mistake a moment ago. Todd Price taking that machine into second position around Urso. Now here comes Will Thomas in car number 9. Thomas, who won a feature this past February at New Smyrna Speedway during the Asphalt World Series of Speed Weeks, climbing into the 3rd spot. Just behind the Sullivan Chevrolet sponsored 37 of Urso, it's rookie Nathan Russell holding off Gregory Kelly. A great run for the rookie there. Behind them, Mark Smith and Mark Catone nearly trading paint in that battle. A pair of Fords going at it the back of the field. Catone and Smith, both top-notch racers who got bad starting position draws for this one. Halfway, 5 down, 5 to go. Mark Poole all by himself out front. Challenge for second now, Todd Price in the Frankie Day Oldies Show, number 15, feeling the pressure of the Colonial Metal Products, number 9 of Will Thomas. Side by side down the back straight. Price seeking a career first super late model victory. And Thomas, who's won at some 7 speedways across America. Thomas takes the second spot away on lap 7, but Mark Poole has a lead of nearly half a straightaway. Battle back in the field now. Mark Catone in the 31, the 2-time champion, challenging Gregory Kelly, the former truck division champion. Side by side on the front straight with 2 laps to go. Catone to the inside, Kelly on the outside. Kelly seeking a career first victory here at Motordrome in the super late model division. And Catone takes the spot away. White flag waving for Mark Poole, the Howard Concrete Pumping Chevrolet, driver who was absent from Motordrome competition all of 2007, headed into turns 3 and 4. Heat race victory for the driver from 84 Pennsylvania. It's Mark Poole getting the win over Will Thomas, Todd Price, Paul Urso, Mark Catone, and Gregory Kelly. 2 is A.J. Poljak from Pittsburgh making his first asphalt start, and the 44 is Bob Garchak Jr. Green flag is out, 6th lap preliminary heat race for the Chargers. Roger Bryan out to an early lead, 13 of Denny Keller into second. Then McConnell challenging the 29 of Hamilton. Hamilton, a former modified division driver, now side by side with last year's champ Mike Lemley in the 4. A pair of former division champions nose to tail as the 4 of Lemley and the 1 of Tracy Keller moving into top 5 spots. Here comes the 95 of Jimmy Stokes. The Stokes Monte Carlo is for sale, but Tracy Keller spins in front of it. Collects Ed Neidhart and the 29 of Hamilton. Tracy Keller goes around. He got up on the high side of the speedway and the back end came around on him. Very rarely do you see that veteran champion make a mistake, and Tracy Keller goes around. Heavy front end damage as Ed Neidhart had no place to go in the 68. McConnell from Evans City, last year a rookie, just got his feet wet a little bit in this division. And drivers in 4th and 5th spot looking like they got a little advantage on the field, and we're going to wave that start off as the 95 of Stokes and the 4 of Lemley were a little too quick on the loud pedal that time. Green flag had not yet come out, so we'll put them back to single file and try again. See Jimmy. The 7 of Matt Gardner, the Mag Racing teammate of Jimmy Stokes, taking the green flag. Roger Bryan, Denny Keller, Mike Lemley. Look at this, 4 cars at the front, including sophomore McConnell, and a spin by the 7 of Matt Gardner. The West Side Lube and Tire entry goes around. Don't tell the guys at the front as we have a 5-car battle for the lead. Green flag stays out. Gardner trying to pull away from the scene of his spin, and we will need another caution on lap 2. Then it's McConnell in the 48 as the green flag waves. Behind them it's Garchak and first-time pavement racer AJ Poljak. Keller in 13 and Lemley in the 4, breaking away from Stokes by about 4 or 5 car lengths. Side by side, it's going to be Garchak and McConnell, the 44 and 48 cars, battling for 5th. Working lap number 3 of 6, Keller, Lemley, Stokes, a 3-car breakaway. And then a 3-car fight for 4th with Bryan and McConnell nearly trading paint. McConnell drifts up the banking. Action all over the speedway on lap 4 of 6. Second place has just changed hands as Jimmy Stokes moves the 95 around the 4 of Lemley. See if Stokes can challenge Keller as we move toward the finish. White flag is out. Light contact made at the front of the field in the battle for the lead. It's the final lap, and Jimmy sideways Stokes takes to the inside of Denny Keller in 13. Door to door for the win in turn number 4. At the checkered flag, Jimmy Stokes will win it. '61 is Ron Eifert III, and the 86 car is driven by Ed Washabaugh. As the green flag waves, preliminary heat race for the American Flyers is underway. 5 laps the distance, and look at Halfhill taking the West Side Lube and Tire 7 out to a big lead early on. Paul Rosa in car number 6, up to the 4th spot now. Rosa, a feature winner last season, as was the 7 of Halfhill. With 1 lap down, Ed Deneen in car 16 throws the back end sideways. That's no easy task in a front-wheel drive car. Look at the true racing rookie holding on to 3rd and fighting off a feature winner. Rosa to the outside, and Sheltman to the inside. We got a challenge for the lead up front though. Nearly a dead heat at the scoring line, working lap number 2. Ed Deneen drops a wheel into the dirt to the inside of the speedway. Halfhill and Deneen swapping the lead on the back straight. Look at Halfhill battle back in the 7 car. Contact made up front. Both of the leaders are in the grass. Here comes Paul Rosa in the 6. Caution flag will wave. 2 laps completed. Ed Deneen, the leader, over Paul Rosa in the 6. Both drivers were feature winners a year ago. And the 20, the rookie, Ed Sheltman, feels the pressure of veteran Larry Vance in car 28. Vance has many victories in several years of American Flyers competition. His Ford Tempo moves to the inside of the Buick on the back straight, while a pair of Cavaliers are running away with the top 2 positions in this event. White flag is waving, and the division's all-time leading feature winner from Wilkinsburg in car 16, Ed Deneen, is about to take the checkered flag. Deneen gets the first heat race win in the American Flyers in 2008 over Paul Rosa in the 6th, Larry Vance in the 28, Ed Washabaugh in the 86th, then Ron Eifert the 3rd in car 61 from the last place starting position. From Newcastle, and the 3 is Teddy Gabala from Coulter. Ray Simbali drives the 37 car, and we're green and racing for the first feature event of 2008, the Subway Street Stocks, for their 20-lap headliner. And it's a 3-car fight for the lead. Jamie Shipley in 68, Tom Knight Sr. in 76, and Adam Kostelnik, the defending champion, 05. Paint being traded all the way through the field. Shipley hangs it out sideways in front of the entire field, and Adam Kostelnik takes the lead by a fender on lap 1 of 20. 3 wide in the battle for 4th. It's Knight, Holder, and the 50 of Manganello, the Subway Challenge driver. Here comes more 3 wide in turn 3. Aaron Minjok, the rookie, on the bottom. Shipley in the middle. Jason Holder, the veteran, on the high side. Door to door and trade and paint, the Subway Street Stocks are 4 wide. A scary lap number 2 with 4 wide on the front straight. The end result is Jason Holder taking over 3rd. Tony Manganello, the meat of a sandwich between Shipley and Nicola on the back straight. Kostelnik with about a 7-car length lead, and second place is now division rookie Aaron Minjok in his first start. Working lap number 3 of 20, Aaron Minjok in the all-black machine drifts up the banking, making contact with Holder now. As a big winner in the Charger division a year ago, Minjok makes his first Subway Street Stock start, and he's in the runner-up position with Jason Holder. Holder with several feature wins here at Motordrome in recent seasons in car 74, diving to the inside to take away second spot. Here comes Manganello, the Subway Challenge driver, in car 50. He looks to the inside of Minjok. Joe Nicola in 69, right there in the 5th position, also waiting to strike. We're 3 wide again in turn 4. Nicola on the inside. Minjok dropping back as Manganello now drifts up a lane and opens the door for Nicola to take away the 3rd spot. Jonathan Heilman having a terrific run in car 15. He's about to challenge Manganello. Up front, it's Adam Kostelnik, whose lead is dwindling quickly. More 3 wide on the front straight, though, into turn number 1. Bill Henry drops to the inside of Heilman with Minjok on the top side. Tremendous action on lap 6 of 20 in the Subway Street Stocks. Lead of Adam Kostelnik now down to 1 car length as Jason Holder has quickly reeled him in. Defending champion Adam Kostelnik in the AK Chassis 05 on lap 7, trying to hold off Stoystown, Pennsylvania's Jason Holder in car 74. Holder got a heat race victory here at Motordrome last season, but has a few career feature wins. He was a winner at Jennerstown last season in car 74, the Stoystown auto wrecking machine, on lap 8, now looking to the high side of Kostelnik. Side by side for the lead in the Subway Street Stocks. Holder and Kostelnik into turn 3, and Kostelnik maintaining his advantage while Joe Nicola in car 69 closes on both of the leaders. A pair of Chevrolet Monte Carlos fighting for the lead on lap 9. Ford Thunderbird in 3rd and closing. Heilman has taken the 4th spot, but all attention on the lead. Still door to door up front. Holder to the outside. Kostelnik to the inside. Holder's last victory at Motordrome coming in 2006, and he takes over the lead at the halfway point. 10 laps down, 10 to go. Holder by only a bumper is officially scored in the lead position, but Kostelnik is battling back as Joe Nicola from West Mifflin closes in. Holder with a 2 or 3 car length advantage now on lap 11, and Kostelnik with Joe Nicola nipping at his heels. Last season's 2 biggest winners are door to door for 2nd position. Jason Holder in front. Nicola's Ford from deep in the field takes second position from Adam Kostelnik. Jonathan Heilman is fourth in car 15. He has passed some veteran campaigners and is all by himself in fourth over Bill Henry in fifth. And Subway Challenge driver Tony Manganello is sixth. Jason Holder in car 74 pulled away from the defending champion after taking the lead. But here on lap 13 of 20, Joe Nicola in car 69 is closing very slightly on leader Holder. Action's finally settling down just a bit with 6 laps to go. The 74 of Stoys Town's Jason Holder and the 69 of West Mifflin's Joe Nicola. Nicola with multiple features. We got a spin out of turn 4 onto the front straight. Ray Cimbali in car 37, the rookie. Ray Cimbali spins on the front straight, making his first Motordrome Speedway start in the Subway Street Stocks. Defending champion is third, with Jonathan Heilman from Bell Vernon in fourth in car 15, having an excellent run. Green flag is back out with 6 laps to go. Holder and Nicola up front, pulling away from Kostelnik, and Jonathan Heilman in the 15 car. We'll see if that young competitor can reel in last season's champion Kostelnik in the 05. 5 laps to go in the first Subway Street Stock feature event of 2008. Jason Holder's car loose handling in turn 2. Saw the back end wiggle just a little bit on the leader's number 74 car. Just what Joe Nicola in second position wants to see is a loose handling car separating him from a victory. It's Chevrolet versus Ford up front with 4 laps to go. Jason Holder's Monte Carlo. Joe Nicola's Thunderbird from deep in the field. Down the back straightaway, Holder fends him off. Can tell that the 74 machine is not handling the way Jason Holder would want it to. But if he can protect the inside lane and force Nicola to the high lane, 3 more laps will determine this one. And Nicola, no stranger to making high side passes, but tonight on opening night, trying to make the inside move work for a victory. Meanwhile, Jonathan Heilman in the 15 car has caught Kostelnik. They are bumper to bumper for third. 2 laps to go, the signal given to the leaders, and Nicola changes to the high lane in turn number 1. He tucks back into the rear bumper of Holder after looking to make a high side move that lap. Again in turn 3, Nicola trying to swing out to the outside, but Jason Holder maintaining the inside lane at the wave of the white flag. Final time around for the Subway Street Stocks on opening night 2008. Nicola trying to pry open the inside lane. Less than a sheet of paper space separating the leaders on the final lap. Nicola with one last chance at a victory. Jason Holder in car 74 from Stoys Town returns to Motordrome victory lane, holding off Nicola. Kostelnik will finish third over Jonathan Heilman in fourth and Bill Henry in fifth. Jason will receive that bonus from Pizza Hut for winning here on opening night. Well, Jason Holder, we haven't talked to you for a while here at Motordrome. You're a top 5 racer last year, got a win at Jennerstown. How many career victories is this for you here at Motordrome?
I don't know. At Charger, we done pretty good in the Charger division in 2001, but I think I only had like 3 or 4 wins in my street stock. And we built this new car, and it seems to be working pretty good now. We've got the bugs out of it. This is the second year for it, so it's starting to work a little better. I'd like to thank a whole bunch of people. My mom and dad, my sister, John Kelly and his family, Zach, and there's so many ads in the car, I don't even know where to start. I'd like to just thank them all. And also I'd like to thank God up above for giving us the opportunity tonight to do this. And I'd like to thank Stanley for promoting the track this year so we have a place to run. And also thanks for all you fans out there tonight, because without you, we wouldn't be here.
Hey, I got one more question for you. This victory was hard fought. You had some heavy hitters up in front of you. You made the pass, you got out front. Looked like the car might have been a little loose at the end. At what lap did you know you had this thing in the bag?
I didn't know I had it in the bag till the last checkered when I come across the line, because after that caution, I seen Joe was behind me. I knew he was fast all night. And also, I'd like to thank George Nicola for helping me out too, and Bill Audie. There's so many people that's helped me get where I'm at, and I'd like to thank them all.
And where he's at tonight is Victory Lane in the Subway Street Stock Division. New promoter Stan Lasky on hand to present a trophy to Jason Holder for his hard-fought victory here tonight. 32, Matt Panaya put back together and out there for competition. 20 laps the distance as Jim Nicola and Bobby Shipp lead the field to the green. Wheel-to-wheel racing, nearly 3 wide on the back straight, always scary with open-wheel race cars. Everybody makes it to turn number 3. Early leader is Bobby Shipp in the 04, and contact up front between the Nicolas. The 5 of Jim Nicola and the 97 of George Nicola briefly locked wheels sideways, and now with hard contact from Tom Knight Jr., the 5 of Jim Nicola spins from a top 5 position. For their caution incident, green flag is back out. 20-lap feature, 1 lap is completed, and Bobby Shipp leads Lonnie Hoffman. Lonnie Hoffman in car 58, the Aero Automotive Al Civic entry, trying to hold off the 97 of George Nicola. Nicola is a former Street Stock Division champion. Hoffman, a former competitor in the Subway Street Stocks. And there's contact again as Nicola gets into the back bumper of Hoffman, nearly collects Harry Ofer, and a great, Gary Scott at the last minute involved in the incident along with the 81 of Pete Reck. I thought everybody was going to get through that, but George Nicola in the 97 got into the back of Lonnie Hoffman's 58, triggering the incident that collects Gary Scott's new car, number 16. And Adam Kostelnik in the 60. In 5th, it's heat race winner Tom Frank as the green flag waves. Gary Scott has headed pit side, as has George Nicola. 2 feature winners from 2007 eliminated in the first 2 laps of this one, and Bobby Shipp opens up a lead of about 4 car lengths over Harry Ofer. Ofer, the veteran of Motordrome competition who started racing when the surface was dirt here in Smithton. Side by side now, Kostelnik in 60 and Chris Brink in the 0. Working lap number 3, they are wheel to wheel in the fight for 3rd. Tom Frank in the 5th spot watching the battle ahead of him. And Brink and Kostelnik have both caught the 0-1 of Harry Ofer. It's a 3-car battle for 2nd now as Kostelnik takes over 3rd. And Bobby Shipp is out in front by about 4 car lengths. Look at Tom Frank in car 6 challenging Brink. Brink, the former limited late model driver at the Jennerstown Speedway. And young Tom Frank pulls to his inside while Kostelnik and Ofer battle for 2nd. Bobby Shipp out in front with 1 career feature victory, that coming in 2007 here in the modifieds at Motordrome Speedway. Harry Ofer, a multiple feature winner last season in the 01. Adam Kostelnik, the leading winner of 2007 in 3rd position, right on the rear bumper of Harry Ofer as they made light contact bumper to bumper out of turn number 2. Chris Brink and Tom Frank now falling back from that battle just a bit. And the rebar 18 car now being put a lap down by leader Bobby Shipp as we're working lap number 7 of 20. Adam Kostelnik running out of room on the low side of the speedway, challenging Harry Ofer for 2nd. Ofer from Bell Vernon, Pennsylvania, and Adam Kostelnik from East McKeesport in the 60. The harder they fight for 2nd, the easier it is for Bobby Shipp to put distance between himself and that battle. Chris Brink has settled into 4th by himself. Tom Frank in car number 6 is 5th as these 5 cars are separated by the rest of the field by more than a straightaway. Contact that time in the battle for 2nd headed into turn 3. Kostelnik in the Boland machine number 60 and Harry Ofer in the 0-1. Tooth and nail fight for 2nd position while Bobby Shipp maintains the point position. Chris Brink battling back now as he had drifted away from Kostelnik's rear bumper. Brink closing that distance back up, and Tom Frank looks to the inside of Brink. 4 cars very close together, second through fifth, and Bobby Ship's lead of about 4 or 5 car lengths remains constant. Here comes Tom Frank with a low side challenge of Chris Brink. Brink loves the high side of the speedway. And Frank down low could be preferred position if it was any other driver, but with Brink's mastery of the high lane, Brink will hold on to 4th. Now it appears the 0-1 of Harry Ofer is closing in on the leader with Kostelnik right in tow. Bobby Ship lost a couple of car lengths in his advantage, working lap number 11. And on lap 12, we head for turn number 1. Kostelnik thought about a high side pass of Harry Ofer, now switches back to the low groove. Seven laps remaining, single file, first through fifth. A 5-car breakaway with Adam Kostelnik continuing to lean on the back bumper of Harry Ofer in the corners. Very close racing for second position. And Bobby Ship with a lead of only about 3 to 4 car lengths now, working lap 14 around the rebar 18 car. Tom Frank mounts a challenge for 4th, but the lap traffic may play into this. 3 wide into turn 3, and Tom Frank thinks better of it, allowing Chris Brink to maintain the 4th position. But just as quickly, he storms back to the inside. What a move by Tom Frank on lap 15, putting his nose into the 4th position, while Chris Brink falls back to 5th. Adam Kostelnik in 3rd, still trying to find a way around Harry Ofer's 0-1 car. And Bobby Ship, who has led from the drop of the green flag in the 0-4. Working lap 17, and Kostelnik dirt tracks the car in turn 1, switching to the high lane. We got a problem in turn number 3. The caution flag is out. A car has stopped near the guardrail. Jim Nicola, for the second time in this feature event, involved in a caution flag incident as he spins to the outside of turn number 3. And there's the green flag. Bob Ship, Harry Ofer, Adam Kostelnik, and Tom Frank, the top 4. Kostelnik wheels to the high side on the restart. Pulls nearly even with Harry Ofer. Nerf bar to nerf bar, and they make contact. Harry Ofer slides into the outside retaining wall. Kostelnik goes around. Tom Frank avoids contact. And Lonnie Hoffman spins to miss the stopped machine of the defending champion in his path. Tom Knight Jr. and look at Lonnie Hoffman, who's recovered from that first incident in car 58. Green flag is out, 3 laps to go. Young Lions at the front of the field. Tom Frank quickly looking to the inside. Remember that great turn 4 move that he pulled to take the 3rd spot away from Brink not too long ago in this feature event. He won his heat race early tonight. And the Concord, Ohio driver Tom Frank challenging Bobby Ship for a first career victory with 2 laps to go. Chris Brink watching in the 0 car from 3rd position as those 3 cars have broken away from the pack. And now Tom Frank gets aggressive in his bid for a first win. Rear bumper contact was made, then Bobby Ship slams the inside door on the youngster. White flag waving as Ship breaks loose in the 04. Opportunity for the youngster from Ohio. Tom Frank moves to the high side after Bobby Ship dirt tracks the car. Headed for the white flag on the final lap. Ship may have lost the race by going sideways. Wheel to wheel up front for the victory. 3 cars will decide it. Contact is made. It will be a career first win for Tom Frank in car 6. Well, my friend, you swept the evening with a heat race victory. Let's go back and talk about that. The car looked right on the money in the heat race. Did you have a lot of confidence after winning that preliminary?
Not really, because we were a little late on getting the car done, so it was just kind of coming out to see where we were, but it all worked out.
And how about that feature run? Tell me all about that last lap from seeing the white flag to right here in victory lane.
I'd rather them not wrecked. Adam and them wrecked. I wanted to beat them on the track, but not always. I guess it works out that way. But I have to thank Bob Benz and Stan Transmissions and my dad.
Now, one last question for you. Your first win with a last lap pass, could you have imagined anything better than the way it went down for your first checkered flag?
Yeah, I kind of wanted to race Adam for it, but it'll be next time.
Many more times to come for this young former go-kart champion. Ladies and gentlemen, his first career win, Tom Frank. 6, Cody Quarrick, the rookie. 17, Ken Grimm. And 64, Mike Zombar, as we are green and racing. The NASCAR Pizza Hut Super Late Models are up to full speed for their 35-lap feature on opening night 2008. The rookie, Nathan Russell, on the pole, will lead the first lap of the season in his first asphalt race. Nathan Russell from Kerwinsville, Pennsylvania. And Mark Smith spins out of turn number 2 in front of the field. Chris Bailey doing a great job. Oh, and we've got contact as rookie Mike Zombar gets into the Ken Grimm machine. Grimm went around just after the Mark Smith spin in 94. As we get the green flag, beginning with lap number 2 of 35, and the rookie out in front, it's Nathan Russell. Showing this field around Motordrome Speedway on opening night. Bo Glemba is second, Gregory Kelly in third, Paul Urso in fourth, and feeling the pressure from Mark Catone. Catone on the inside in car 31, has position, and will take away the 4th spot. Following Catone to the inside of Urso, it's the 15 of Todd Price. Price, the D&D Office Plus Frankie Daoli Show machine. The leader spins in turns number 3 and 4. Gregory Kelly both seeking career first wins in the NASCAR Pizza Hut Super Late Models. Mark Catone restarts from third with Paul Urso and Todd Price in the top 5. Glemba in car 78, the modified veteran. And we got a spin out of turn number 2, and hard contact made by Ken Grimm as Cody Quarrick spun with Nathan Russell. Oh, hard contact back there. Cody Quarrick in the 6 car spun, and just about to avoid him was Nathan Russell before Ken Grimm launched both automobiles right into the driver's door of Cody Quarrick. Scary incident here out of turn number 2. Bo Glemba, Greg Kelly, and Mark Catone, the top 3 as the green flag appears. Working lap number 2 of 35 after a couple of hard collisions. Single file racing with Catone in the 31 trying to challenge for 2nd spot. As Catone dives beneath the 44 of Kelly, Todd Price made an attempt at taking 4th from Paul Urso, but Catone quickly moving under Kelly for 2nd spot, and the veteran takes a position away from the youngster. Bo Glemba in front. Glemba led a couple of laps last season in the Hemphill 18 car. Now it's Catone in 2nd, Kelly in 3rd, and Todd Price up to 4th as Price makes a smooth pass of Paul Urso. And that opens the door for former champion Will Trout to take a spot away from Urso. Here comes Richard Mitchell diving beneath the 37 as well. And Will Trout quickly able to close on Todd Price and challenge for 4th. Working lap number 5 of 35. Gary Wiltrout glued to the bottom of the speedway. Todd Price up high in the 15 car. The fight for 4th is door to door into turn number 3, and here comes Richard Mitchell. After not competing in a single event during 2007, 3-time Motordrome champion Mitchell is on the move and climbing into the top 5 with a pass of Todd Price. Up front, less than 2 car lengths separates Bo Glemba, the leader, from Mark Catone. Glemba, whose family business, Glemba Asphalt, sponsoring the Chad Hemphill Racing entry number 78 in the quest for a career first Pizza Hut Super Late Model victory. And Mark Catone closing in little by little, working lap number 8. Now side by side for third, it's Gary Wiltrout and Gregory Kelly. Wiltrout, who has served as sort of a mentor along with Bobby Henry to Kelly in Kelly's transition from truck to super late model competition. And now Richard Mitchell, the 3-time champ, takes away the 4th spot. Former Motordrome track champions riding 2nd, 3rd, and 4th on the speedway. And Bo Glemba from Charleroi leading them all. A quasi-rookie after making only a handful of starts in 07. Glemba has his hands full as Mark Catone dives to the inside. 2-time Motordrome Speedway track champion Mark Catone in car 31 from McKeesport, pulling door to door with Glemba, trying to inch out into the lead in turn number 4. They approach the scoring line to begin working lap 11, and Catone has the lead by a fender over Glemba. Gary Wiltrout brings his Palagrudo Motorsports Ford right to the back bumper of Catone, but Glemba battles back on the high side. 4 cars battling for the lead as Mitchell joins the fray. Catone will be all by himself by 2 car lengths on lap number 12, with Gary Wiltrout stealing the 2nd spot away from Glemba. The Stone and Company Megan Ford riding 2nd. Here comes the Tom Clark Chevrolet, sponsored by Howard Concrete Pumping, West Virginia's Richard Mitchell. Nearly pulling even with Glemba, but Glemba holds on to 3rd on lap 13. After starting deep in the field, Tommy Beck joins the top 5 in car 60, the heat race winner from earlier tonight. Contact nearly made in the battle for the lead as Catone and Wiltrout, 2 champion veterans up front. Glemba in 3rd, Mitchell in 4th, then Beck on lap 14. With Catone protecting the inside of the speedway, Gary Wiltrout slings the 95 car to the high side. Wiltrout, a former champion here at Motordrome and at Jennerstown, powering to the outside of turn 4, taking the lead on lap 15. Catone is back to 2nd. Meanwhile, Richard Mitchell has switched to the high side of the speedway, battling now to the outside door of Bo Glemba. Tommy Beck in 5th spot watches the battle for 3rd as Mitchell takes the 22 car around Glemba to complete his pass for 3rd on lap 16. Former track champions now 1, 2, and 3 as Glemba in the Hemphill Racing entry loses position to Tommy Beck in the 60, last year's leading feature winner. Beck started deep in this field up to 4th in the Benz Motorsports entry. Mark Catone in car number 31 returned to full-time competition at Motordrome in 2007, but was shut out of victory lane. And the 2-time champion is feeling the pressure of the 3-time champion. Richard Mitchell with a high side pass for 2nd. On lap 18, Mitchell is scored in the runner-up spot, inching ahead of Catone at the line. Tommy Beck will be the next to challenge the 31 of Catone, as Beck may have passed more cars in this field than anyone else. As we approach, we've got a problem as the 17 of Bailey pulls pit side on the back straight. Green flag stays out. Tough break for the youngster. Tommy Beck in car 60 completes his pass of Mark Catone for 3rd. It's Gary Wiltrout up front with a lead of 3 to 4 car lengths over Richard Mitchell. Then it's Tommy Beck, Mark Catone, Glemba in 78, who led so many laps early in this event, is now feeling the pressure of Todd Price in car 15. Best battle on the speedway with single file up front is the fight for 5th. The 15 car, the Mann's Family entry, the Frankie Day Oldies Show 15. By inches, taking away the 5th position and climbing back on the scoreboard on lap 21 as Bo Glemba falls back to 6th. Up front, Gary Wiltrout's lead has diminished as Richard Mitchell reels in the Palagrudo Racing entry. It's Ford versus Chevrolet up front. Gary Wiltrout in car 95, the 2002 Motordrome Speedway champion. Richard Mitchell, the champion of Motordrome in 1999, 2000, and 2006, playing bumper tag in turn 4 with Tommy Beck in 3rd. Working lap number 23 of 35, heated action at the front of the field. And we got a spin in turns 1 and 2. Paul Urso trying to make a pass of Bo Glemba, goes around and stops the Mark Poole 96. Leading Richard Mitchell, Tommy Beck in third, Mark Catone in fourth, and Todd Price up to fifth as the green flag waves. Gary Wiltrout has been a multiple feature winner each of the last several seasons, including a win in the Napa 100 a couple years back for Bentz Motorsports. Current driver of the Bentz Racing number 60, Tommy Beck, looked to be challenging Mitchell for the second spot that lap. Working circuit number 24 of 35. Battle back in mid-pack as Will Thomas pulls away from Mark Poole and challenges to the inside of early race leader Bo Glemba. Thomas in car number 9 made a pit stop. We have a multi-car spin in turn number 4. Paul Urso in 37. Greg Kelly in 44. And Dan Lewis in the 8. Looked like there might be some fluid spilled in turn 4 as all 3 cars spun somewhat independent of each other. Kelly back out on the speedway after a pit stop. Green flag waves, 10 laps to go. Mitchell in 22, Wiltrout in 95, both former champions. Beck in the 60 in third, then Catone another champion. Todd Price in the 15, and the fast advancing Will Thomas in car 9. Thomas made a pit stop just a few laps ago, and he's already passed early race leader Glemba, climbing nearly to the top 5 in car 9. Wiltrout reaches the scoring line to begin working lap number 27. As Mitchell able to get very close in the corners and loses a little bit of ground down the straightaways. Here comes Tommy Beck in car 60 looking to the inside. The Stands Transmissions number 60. Diving to the bottom in the former Jennerstown Speedway champion. Sponsored by Monarch Oil. Looking to take the second position away from multi-time champion Richard Mitchell. Just behind them, Will Thomas in the 9, battling to the inside and taking away 5th spot from Todd Price, while Beck and Mitchell stay side by side on lap 29. 6 circuits remaining, and while Mitchell has defended the second position from Beck's advances, Gary Wiltrout has pulled away by 3, maybe 4 more car lengths. Keep an eye on the 9 of Will Thomas as he may be challenging Mark Catone in just a lap or 2 for 4th position. After battling back from a pit stop, and Thomas slides the car out of turn 2 that time. Losing a couple of car lengths, Beck is poised to make another run on Richard Mitchell for second spot. After climbing from the 12th starting position, Tommy Beck in third, looking to try and take away second position from 8th starting Richard Mitchell. Lap number 32 in turns 1 and 2, and Beck had a decent run, but Mitchell is able to fight off the challenge on the high side of the speedway. The harder they fight, the bigger the smile on the face of Gary Wiltrout, as Wiltrout now pulling away with 2 laps to go from a heated fight for second position. Gary Wiltrout has won at the Motordrome Speedway in his own number 95 car. He has won here in the 60 for Bentz Motorsports. He has won here for Paul Agrudo Motorsports. And on lap 34, he sees the white flag. Tommy Beck and Richard Mitchell continue to fight for the runner-up spot. But opening night of the NASCAR Whelen All-American Series 2008 and the NASCAR Pizza Hut Super Late Model feature victory belongs to Gary Wiltrout as Tommy Beck steals away second position at the wave of the checkered flag from Richard Mitchell with Mark Catone in 4th and Will Thomas in 5th. Well, Gary Wiltrout, I've never driven a NASCAR late model, but I would think on opening night, without any rubber down on the speedway, this might be kind of treacherous. And here you come all the way from 6th starting spot to hold off the heavy hitters. What did it feel like out there tonight?
Oh, the track was pretty good. I mean, we was down practice day, and the track was really good then, and they put some rosin down here, so, I mean, I thought it was good racing.
It was excellent racing. You held off drivers who started 12th and 8th for that victory. Tell us about watching the rearview mirror with a former track champion and last year's biggest winner right behind you.
I never looked in the mirror one time. The guy got spotters. That's what them guys do, and you know, I never even looked in the mirror, so didn't even know how close they was.
Your season started out almost disastrous last year. A couple of hard crashes that weren't your fault, yet you still climbed up in the point standings. Is this a possible championship run with a great start to the season like this?
Oh, it's a good start to do this, but there's a lot of racing left, and there's a whole bunch of fast cars out back here in the pits. So we're going to do the best we can, and whatever happens, happens.
You know, last year your teammate Bobby Henry, during his first win, stood here in victory lane and said, "Man, this field is tough, and it's only going to get tougher." I think you just beat a tougher field here tonight.
There's no doubt about it. There's at least 8 or 10 cars out in them pits right now that can win any night. And, I mean, it's going to be some good racing the rest of the year, I can guarantee it.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen, former champion back in victory lane, Gary Wiltrout. Laps the distance for the first Charger feature of the year, and they're already 3 wide, maybe 4 wide, back to 3 wide. Leader is Roger Bryan as Bill Oldham drops anchor through the field, not coming up to speed in the 5 machine. Look at McConnell, who had that great heat race run. He's already passed Denny Keller. He's challenging the rookie A.J. Poljak. McConnell, the asphalt racing sophomore, and Poljak, the dirt track winner turned pavement racing convert, battling for second behind the 12 of Roger Bryan. Bryan seeking a career first victory in the Charger division. He's an American Flyers division graduate, and we're going 3 wide maybe into turn 1. McConnell thought better of it, and Poljak is challenging for the lead in his first race on pavement. Gets into the outside wall just a bit, surrenders the second spot to McConnell. Here comes Denny Keller in 13. Keller taking over 3rd spot from the rookie. And here comes sideways Stokes in car 95. McConnell dirt tracks the car in the 2nd position. That allows the 3 wide battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th to catch right up to him as Roger Bryan opens up a 4-car length lead in car 12. Roger Bryan out in front. Ed McConnell in 2nd, both seeking career first victories. Here comes Jimmy Stokes. Car 95 looking to the inside and taking away 2nd position. Last year's leading feature winner. Nipping at the heels now of the 12 of Roger Bryan, a pair of Chevy Monte Carlos out in front. Oldsmobile running 3rd and 4th, then the Chevy Malibu of rookie A.J. Poljak in the 2. Poljak holding off the defending champion Mike Lemley as they're 2 wide in front of the youngster. McConnell and Keller getting ready to trade paint in the fight for 3rd. As Roger Bryan maintains the point position, working lap number 6 of 15. Stokes dives to the outside now. In turn 2, Jimmy Stokes will take over the point position. McConnell and Keller still side by side for 3rd, but headed to the scoring line to make it official. New leader, Jimmy Sideways Stokes on lap 7 of 12. As we're going 3 wide down the front straight. Rookie Poljak on the inside, McConnell the sophomore in the middle. And after some light contact, Denny Keller, the veteran in car 13, emerges with 3rd position. Now Mike Lemley in car 4 comes to life. He passes Poljak on the outside, looks to challenge McConnell, but Poljak dirt tracking the car in turn 4. That's what he's used to. Lemley takes the spot away by inches at the scoring line, working lap number 8. And just as quickly, Lemley pulls door to door with McConnell. Side by side in the fight for 4th. Dawson, Pennsylvania's Mike Lemley on the outside. Ed McConnell in car 48, the sophomore, on the inside. On lap 9 of 12, Lemley will take the spot away. And door to door in front of them, it's a heated fight for second. The 12 and 13 cars. Early race leader Roger Bryan falling back to third as Denny Keller advances in car 13. On lap 10, Jimmy Stokes in car 95, whose MAG Racing teammate Matt Gardner was unable to start this feature event after damage in the heat race. Stokes carrying the West Side Lube and Tire colors proudly out in front as his race car is for sale. If you want a car that's capable of putting a straightaway lead on the rest of the field, get out your checkbook, because on lap 11, Stokes looks headed for yet another victory with that machine. Denny Keller in second spot, but look at Mike Lemley. How patient is the defending champion? He didn't pass a car for several laps early in the going. And now that they're strung out single file, he's making the big move to the front. Spin in turn 4. Tracy Keller in the 1 goes around. The former track champion brings out a caution flag in the feature just as he did in the heat race. Mike Lemley from deep in the field. Rookie A.J. Poljak and early leader Roger Bryan are the top 5. Green flag waves and Keller gets sideways out of 4 on the restart. That allows the fast advancing Mike Lemley in the 4 car to look for an opportunity. But just as he does, Poljak reels in Lemley. Nearly going side by side in the fight for second, it's Keller and Lemley, with dirt track ace Poljak in his first pavement start looking on from a top 5 spot. Action settles down just a bit with Stokes opening up another big lead over Keller. Lemley looking to make a high side challenge, but every time he does so, the inside lane opens up for A.J. Poljak in the 2. Working lap number 13, and the 13 of Keller, able to fend off Lemley, but distantly second to Jimmy sideways Stokes in the 95 car. White flag is waving. The MAG Racing team and Jimmy Stokes, we got a caution flag on the speedway. On the back straight, the 44 of Garchak has spun. A.J. Poljak in the 2, and McConnell in 48 continues to have a stellar night in the top 5. Green flag is out. Next time around the field, we'll see the indication for final lap. The white silk will wave next time, and Mike Lemley knows he's only got less than 1 mile to make a challenge for the runner-up spot, and he does so. In quick, powerful bursts, Mike Lemley has moved his way patiently through the field. Stokes has run off with the lead, and by a fender at the scoring line, Lemley officially takes over second. And look at Poljak making a move around the veteran. Denny Keller is off the pace on the final lap. And in turns 3 and 4, West Newton, Pennsylvania's Jimmy Sideways Stokes cruises to the victory in the Charger division on opening night 2008. Mike Lemley, the defending champ, in second. A.J. Poljak, the rookie, in third. McConnell and Tracy Keller completing the top 5. Well, Jimmy, you asked me early tonight in the pits if I could make a sales pitch for this race car, and I think you did a much better job of trying to sell the race car than I could ever do by storming to a win like that.
Oh, yeah. This was a great way to sell the car. If anybody's looking for a good car, I got one.
Now tell us a little bit about that helmet that trapped you in the car there for just a minute. You're always threatening with retirement. I gotta believe with a new helmet, you're not gonna be walking away from the steering wheel.
No, I got to sell the car first. I can't retire with the car, so I got to move the car along. First of all, I got to say, MAG Racing all the way. My teammate Matt had a lot of problems tonight and blew his transmission out of his car. And I won this one actually for him. He's my best buddy in the world, man. MAG Racing. Matt Gardner, all the way. Woo!
Well, does this mean, how about now let's say the car doesn't sell. You're leading the points tonight. How about a championship run in 2008?
Nah, I'm going on vacation. I promised the family I'd do a little cruise with them this year, and just kind of race and do the best I can for my sponsors and for the fans out there. And however it falls, but I ain't going to make all the races. So, you know, I ain't going to be up to me to win the championship with the points because I'm going to miss out this year. But I offered Matt my car right before the race. He could have took it, and he would have been in contention for the championship. He chose not to, so here I am.
He's a teammate through and through, and tonight he's a feature winner again. Ladies and gentlemen, Jimmy Stokes. Of the evening here on opening night 2008. And Terry Schwartz and Jeff Halfhill lead him to the green. Look at the rookie, Ed Sheltman, storming to a 3-wide start here on the front straight, fighting for the lead. Paul Rosa trading paint with Larry Vance. Luckily, they're the same color. Nobody will notice that tomorrow morning. Ed Washaba on the inside of 3 wide with Terry Schwartz dropping back and Ed Deneen moving up. Leader is Jeff Halfhill. Where's the Mopar fans? Cheer for that Dodge Daytona out in front. Ed Deneen weaving between the Ron Eifert Cavalier and the Buick of rookie Ed Sheltman. Paul Rosa gets the car out of shape, makes a great save out of turn 2 in front of Ed Washaba and Larry Vance. Halfhill, the leader in a car that had been driven to many victories in the past by Jay Matthews. That car was also put in victory lane a couple seasons back by Charger competitor Matt Gardner, who was just spoke of in victory lane by his Mag Racing teammate Jimmy Stokes. Deneen is closing the gap on the leader, but in the meantime, look at the fight for third. Sophomore Paul Rosa was a feature winner as a rookie, and he's challenging True Racing rookie Ed Sheltman in the 20. Ron Eifert in car 61 hanging on to a top 5 spot. And we might have a challenge for the lead within a lap or two as Halfhill's number 7 car. Ed Deneen with a pass in the grass on lap number 4 to take the lead from Halfhill. Drop that car all the way to the apron of the Speedway in a cloud of dust for the lead change. Deneen is a champion of the division and the leading feature winner of all time in the American Flyers. Three laps remaining and Deneen is out in front. The Wilkinsburg veteran taking the lead from Jeff Halfhill, who only has a few starts under his belt. Got a victory last season in that Dodge. Third, it's Paul Rosa. Rosa, who had the benefit of learning from Adam Kostelnik before climbing behind the wheel for the very first time last season. Then rookie Sheltman from Pleasant Hills in the 20 car. And Eifert in 61 as we work lap number 6. Larry Vance in the 28 looking to the inside of Washaba. Leader Ed Deneen looking to put Mary Catherine Shimko a lap down as the white flag is waving. Final time through turns 3 and 4. And the master of the American Flyers will return to victory lane on opening night 2008. Ed Deneen gets the win over Jeff Halfhill. Mary Catherine Shimko in front of the Paul Rosa car that comes home in 3rd. In 4th, rookie Ed Sheltman. In 5th, Ron Eifert the 3rd. Well, Ed Deneen, come on over here. You know, you've been in this division for a long time now, and things are getting better. You're getting a trophy, you're getting a paycheck, you're getting Pizza Hut money, you're getting snacks and chips and drinks. This has got to be your most lucrative win to date.
Yeah, it'd be real good. If they give us a pizza too, that'd be good. But yeah, it's the first time I ever got paid for anything, so that works out okay. I appreciate it. I'm glad everybody come out tonight, and everything seems to work well. I mean, you know, hopefully this will all work out. It'll be good racing this with the new guy running it here, and we hope good luck for everybody.
Now, each year you tend to share the driving chores of this race car. What's your plan for 2008? Will there be a rotating guest spot behind the wheel of 16?
Well, there might be. Gregory's talking about coming up. My boy's coming up. And maybe he'll race it, or we can get somebody else behind the wheel. We'll see what happens.
You know, you need to have like an American Idol contest and try people out to see who's going to sit in that car each week.
Yeah, that's it. I'll have a contest. We'll see who can drive.
There you go.
We're going to get you down out of there and let you drive.
I'd love a chance. Here he is, the former champion, Ed Deneen, ladies and gentlemen.